Hello everyone, how's everybody doing today? Hope everybody is doing well. Today we're going to be playing some more Minecraft. We have issues with power, and we need to fix it. I've been doing a lot of off-camera stuff, and I will show you all the things that I've done, and we can potentially try to fix our power issues. I'm thinking extreme reactors. But we'll have to see. As you can see, we've got our energy cell. It is full right now, but every once in a while, it'll drain almost completely empty, and then it'll start filling back up. Don't know why, but I want to make sure that we have our energy cell completely full at all times. Right now, it's okay. But yeah, I've done a few things in here. I changed our lava production. In the nether, I'm now using an RF tool builder, which is with a pump card, and it's pulling lava everywhere, but it also pulls all the other liquids too, like energized glowstone, and then this one, every once in a while it'll find like a puddle of blood. So so I have it set up to where it will output to here, and the blood just goes into a empty fluid tank. Don't really need blood, from what I understand. I don't know what it's used for other than just the fact that it's a liquid. But other than that, though, we do have our black hole tank here, and it's steadily getting lava, which is good. Our magmatic dynamos are basically all the way maxed out, but it's just not enough. It's just not enough. So what I'm thinking is we're going to upgrade our system. I may even make another energy cell. Let's go ahead and do that, actually. Let's see, energy cell. Let's see, how hard would it be to make another one of these? I need one of these, which is lead gear. Monty, hello, welcome to the stream. How you do? And then I need a reception coil. Boom. No, I need this. Boom. And boom. Okay. So that way I can initially start to get my power up and running. I've been working with a lot of environmental tech. So before we place this battery down, I want to show you guys what I've been working on. Remember when we placed this bad boy? Yeah, it's a tier 2 now. I worked on getting all the crystals. I left the game running overnight in order to be able to acquire all the crystals and stuff that we need. But I also made myself a tier 1 resource miner, because we're needing mica for the upgrade. So what I do every once in a while is I come over here, grab some mica, and I will, throw it in the system. And yeah, I'm just going to leave that one running. But we're going to continually upgrade this one and potentially see about what it all needs to do. But yeah, hopefully, if you know anything about any Minecraft mods, if you know of a power mod that we could potentially use, I think this one's got a lot of power mods. It's got extreme reactors in it. It's got nuclear craft in it. So if you want me to go a different direction after today for power gen that you think is better, that we potentially could do, please let me know. I think we might get into fission, not fusion, but fission, a little bit later. Because I think at, not hash pound, nuclear. Oh, nuclear craft is not in here. Uh-oh. Oh boy. I'm doing well, enjoying my day off. How's your day? I'm doing alright. Woke up, got me some foods. Doing good. Another thing that I changed is I put a sugarcane farm out here. And I put I replaced, because you remember how that field over there used to have, what was it, rice. And yeah, I made it to where this field now has rice. And this one's still producing strawberries, although I don't need them anymore. Setting up the not the power situation, but the mob situation down here, where this one's making liquid meat. I get a little bit of liquid meat, and I made myself a meat feeder. So it's just basically injecting into my brain all the food that I need. So I don't know if that's a good idea, but it keeps me from having to eat and keeps me from having to carry food around all the time. So things like this can be like put back into the system. I'm not going to use it. Don't need it at this point. And of course, if there is a better food out there that will keep me completely hungry or keep me full all the time, then let me know. I'll start carrying food around again. But yeah, okay. Enough about that. So let me get this energy cell. Let me grab my wrench. And boop. Put that and do that. So, okay, it's going to be insert from the top, or sorry, insert from the back, output through the bottom. Or to the top. I think it's that way, right? No, I think it's the other way. So it needs to be blue here and orange there. And then what I'm going to do is I have set up our system to where we can get kits. We can actually get straight resonant kits. I think we have the stuff. No, we're missing bronze. So let me teach the system how to make bronze. So it's going to be a process. Bronze. Teach you how to make this in the induction smelter. Is it the last one? Nope, there it was. So 110, 3 copper, make 4 bronze. And I also was able to make my crafter manager. So that way I don't have to go to the machine. I could just scroll through and be like, okay, induction smelter, here you go. Here's some bronze. Boom. So now I can do, hey, can you make me a Resonant Conversion Kit? Yeah, look at that. It may take a little bit, but it definitely has the availability to craft on its own. And I don't have to worry about it. And I made the kits there because we're going to be working with thermal expansion for maybe a little while longer. So it's not such a bad thing. And we can actually watch it being built over here. It's processing some Enderium base. Making Enderium base 2. And I did set up a I did set up this alloy smeltery over here, which has quartz, and it also has like Enderium base and all that good stuff with Enderium, because we can make that now, which is awesome. So kit, there we go. We've got our Resonant Conversion Kit, and this thing will make I got this cell here. It'll make it go from tier 1. Boom. Tier. It's max tier now. So are we losing power? No. Well, technically, yes. No. No, we're not. What? No, we're not. No, we're not. We're getting power. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to build out back here. I'm going to build out back here if I don't run into any of my nonsense stuff. And we're going to build ourselves a extreme reactor. Hopefully I have enough stuff. I hope I do. But we're going to build back through here. And we're going to do the building of things. Let's take this. And let's place a block. Was it there? Was it? Yeah. So that way we can keep things from destroying or spawning. Let's go here. Whoops, I did not mean to do that. I think we're going to start off with a small one. A small reactor. And then we'll move to larger and larger and larger as we go, because I want to do a steam setup with the extreme reactor, so the reactor itself can be really, really small. But the turbine that I need is going to have to be relatively large. Hopefully I have the stuff to do it. There we go. Let's light this place up. And I guess, you know what? I guess I could dig 1, 2, 3. Go down a little bit more. I just hope I don't accidentally hit my sub-basement. That's why I'm building off to the side over here. So that way there's a potential that, yeah, I was afraid of that. But that's okay. That's fine. That is fine. We can just, because this is a part of the basement that we really don't care about, per se. I can just do that. And, oh, look, it's a room. Ha! Okay. So what I'm thinking about is, because I need to be able to get around the tanks a lot. So I'm thinking about building it like let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 by 1, 2, 3. Well, actually, no, I need a 5 by 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So boom, and then I'm gonna have it like, I think it's 5 tall. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's gonna be something like this. Now, granted, it's not going to be made with cobblestone because, yeah. But I want to make it just where one reactor can power 2 turbines, and turbines can go crazily fast as long as we pump this thing full of water. So let's teach our system how to make all these bits so that way we don't have to craft them by hand. So what we first need to start off with is, let's see, we've got enough. So we need to do at extreme. We're gonna need let's see, we're gonna need a turbine control, which needs plutonium. Oh, I have to actually run this without it. Okay. So reactor access port. Teach it how to do that. I think I might have to teach it how to, where'd that reactor port go? We have to teach it how to make a hopper. Let's teach it, see, we're gonna need, what did we got? We got a hopper, we got, oh, change those around. Reactor port. We're gonna need a coolant port, eventually. I want some reactor glass. And I also want to teach it how to make this, which needs graphene, and then this, which also needs graphene. How do you make graphene? It is granite dust. Or you can take the redstone furnace, though, take charcoal, which is probably what we'll do because I don't want to use up precious coal. If charcoal can be made into graphene, we're going to set up a system where we have a furnace doing that, or we may even just use our furnace down there for our thing. So we're going to teach it how to make charcoal. So let's teach it how to do that. Let's see, furnace. Actually, I need to make it a process. And then charcoal, which is just wood in a reactor, or wood in a thing. So if I put that into the redstone furnace down there to make charcoal, and I ask for some charcoal, say let's ask for a stack, will it know to do it? Yeah, it's making it. Come down here and we can check. Yeah, this thing's up and running. Boom. May even upgrade this. Yeah, let's go ahead, since we have the availability. Let's make ourselves a Resonant Kit. And let's make ourselves the speed augment for machines. Go ahead and speed that bad boy up, because we're going to need a lot. And the faster this thing goes, the more potential awesome that we can make. Alright, so we've got that going. So Kit it up. There we go. It should be at its maximum capacity. Alright, let's head up back to the top. And we also would like to teach it graphene. Whoops, go over here. So graphene. Whoops, was it graphite? Yeah. Graphite. Redstone furnace. Whoops, wrong thing. Redstone furnace, boom. But I want to take ore dictionarying off. I want it to use charcoal. I don't want it to use coal. Because if I left it ore dictionaried, it would be like, oh, okay. I see that you want coal, that we need coal, so I'm going to use coal. No, I want charcoal. So I want it to make charcoal all the time. So let's set that up in the furnace again. Put that there. Awesome. We're going to need another crafter for our furnace soon, which is good. Because that's the way I meant for it to happen. Okay. So now that we've done that, so let's do extreme again. So we've got the hopper. We've got the reactor casing to make the reactor access port. We got another hopper with some iron and a bucket and a piston. I might have to teach it how to make buckets. And then we've got the reactor pattern, reactor casing core, then we got reactor glass, and then reactor things. So after that, we're going to need it to teach it how to make the fuel rods, which it does need refined uranium, which is fine because I know exactly how to make the refined uranium. And I'm going to have to I'm going to teach our automated system downstairs that automatically works to every time you get some yellowite, this stuff right here, go ahead and process it. So that way we don't have to worry about it. Oh, we need more uranium. No, we're going to go ahead and get that. Speaking of, let me go ahead and grab one. And we'll start working on that. So, okay, so now that we've got the rods, we need the rod controller. And we might want a redstone port at some point. So that way we can turn it off and on if we need to work on it or whatever. So that is the redstone. And then I need a RF port to put power, take the power out. I think that's it. I think that's it. We don't know how to make ludicrite just yet. That's okay. I'll use Enderium eventually. Yeah, see, it uses Enderium in the process. So we may use this recipe to make ludicrite, because I think ludicrite is the best. It's like 1-to-1. No, I think Enderium is the best. So I don't understand why Enderium is the making of this when Enderium is better. But we'll have to test. But that is for the turbine. That's for the turbine. And a lot of people are going, oh my god, I don't know what you're doing. Ah, it's so confusing. Trust me, it's easy. It's easy. You just need the bits and pieces. Yeah, that should do it. That should do it. So let's go put this downstairs in one of an empty crafter. I know I've got some empty crafters this way. Yeah. Start popping stuff in there. Then populate this. There we go. So I think I need to start off with is reactor casing. I think I need like 56 of them. I think I mapped it out. Let's go ahead and make the redstone port. Let's make the reactor, the RF thing. We need, I want to start with 4 rods. So we need 4 rod controllers, which we're missing uranium. Okay, so we're going to need to go ahead and process that. So let's come down here. And we're going to add this to the process list. So we're over here on the last process list. Great. And then we're going to teach this system over here to process this into uranium. Like so. Right. I'm going to need a stack upgrade for this. 'Cause I know there's just a ton of them there. Yes, I taught the system how to make stack upgrades because I got tired of crafting them by hand. There we go. So now you should be pulling stacks in at a time. Yeah, so much better. Okay. So now that we've got that at reactor, alright, so we've got our reactor port. I'm going to wait to make the reactor glass to see how much I need. I'm going to need about 10, I think about 10 of these. I'm going to need a coolant port eventually. I'm going to need 4 of these. And I think I mathed it out to make, I think I need 56 to make this 5x5x5. If I didn't math it correctly, I will definitely, add more. That's why I set it to autocraft. So that way I don't have to worry about, oh, I made too less or I made too little and then have to do the whole thing by manual again. So let's go ahead and grab the rods. Let's grab, oh, I'm waiting for one more of the reactor things. Then we'll have 4 rods. May need to speed up the crafter that's making all this. It may not be the crafter that we're waiting on, though. Now that I think about it, it may be this guy cooking up the charcoal. Yeah, let's go home and check this out. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I can't make the graphene because it was waiting for the charcoal to be made. Yeah, it's making graphene right now. It's all good. It's all good. We just be patient. That's what this is all about. These machines don't work very fast. So we just have to make it work it out. I can't speed this up anymore, I don't think. The only way to make it speed it up would probably replace it with an alloy smeltery in furnace mode. It's the only thing I can think to speed it up because this thing does like 5 or 6 crafts at once. Like, let me see if I can grab some charcoal. Charcoal. Actually, just grab some wood and watch this. I'll grab 3 stacks of wood. Because this thing can hold 3 stacks at, well, oh, put it in furnace mode, of course, and then throw it in there. And that thing, look how fast it's going. And it's not even at its maximum capacity. It's still got, a little bit more because I've got like a herpy-derp capacitor in there. Speaking of capacitors, can I make one? Can I make the Octadic? I'm missing grains of infinity. I have to go get some more grains. But yeah, you see, this thing's going fast. Alright, let's go get some, let's see, where is my nether portal? Yeah. Let's go get some more grains of infinity. I may even try to figure out how to automate this thing. Because I think there's a block called a fire starter, which I potentially could set a block of I could set like blocks of this on fire. And then vacuum hopper up the grains as they come in. I'm just standing here. It's like popping popcorn. Is there... Oh, I can't do my thing here. No, no. Even if I stood in the fire, as soon as I got out of the fire, it would go off. I'm wearing some really good armor right now. So yeah, there's your Grains of Infinity. Is there a thing called a fire starter? Fire start. Yeah, there's a fire starter. Project Red. I need a block placer. Which I need a chest. And then fire start. It needs a block placer. I need some netherrack, and I need a flint and steel, which my netherrack is in here. Let's go and grab a stack for it. There we go. Now, how does this thing work? I've never messed with this before. Do I need to give it a redstone signal? Just give it a redstone signal and it just starts a fire. Turn it off, it turns the fire off. Now let's take this down. Let's take this down to the nether portal. Let's go down here. Because if I can automate this, this would be great. If I put this on the wall and just have the fire going. Will this work? It does. It does work. That's cool. And then it didn't work, so I'd have to set it on a time. I have to make like a whole bunch of them. If I make a row of them and put them on a timer, count how long it usually takes for one, and then set that timer regardless. And if it doesn't make one, then it doesn't. If it does, awesome. If it doesn't, I mean, at least we tried. That may be a project we do for a later date. I'm going to leave that there, though. I'm going to leave that there. So let's turn it off. But yeah, that's really cool. Like I said, I may set that up for a project in the later date. And just automate Grains of Infinity. Oh, so good. Okay. So I should have my bits now, right? So 56. Got another that. Get my reactor port. Get my reactor power flux. Don't need the coolant port just yet. I will need a access port though for inputting and exporting a fuel. And that should do it. Let's go downstairs. And like I said, I think 56 is what I needed. I may be wrong for the thing, but we'll just look. We'll just test it out. Do that. Do the corners, and then I'll do... Whoops. There we go. Oh boy. I think this is perfect because I need the 4 rods, which I'm going to do. I have one here, one here, one here, and one there. Oh, I'm missing one. Well, actually, technically 2. I'm missing technically 2. Oh, I was so close. I was so close. Anyway, give me 2, please. Of course, it has to give me 4 because that's what it crafts. There we go. The top and the bottom have to be full. I think, but we can make now. Let's take this piece, and we can do reactor, and we can make some reactor glass. Now I'm going to make 20 of them because I want to fill in the sides, but we don't necessarily need the amount that we needed for the whole thing. Who knows? We may. I want to be able to see inside this when we're working up. But let me go ahead and put the rods in here. I'm going to start from the bottom. I'm going to leave the last rod for me to put. I'm going to put, I think it's going to be liquid cryothium in here. So that way we can keep this nice and cool. And I think liquid cryothium is the best. There is no book on this, so I'm doing all this from memory. I remember liquid ender pearls was a really good one, but liquid cryothium I think is the best. So I'm gonna need 2 more fuel rods anyway, so that's fine. That's fine. So let's go ahead and get those crafting. I need 2 more of you, please. Grab this glass. Actually, leave this side open. So yeah, I'm going to need at least another 10 more reactor glass. Let's do 15. Because I'm going to need this, I'm almost out of iron. Or I am out of iron. Ugh! Iron, man. I'm missing 9. Ugh, I used up a lot of my iron. Anyway. A lot of this probably doesn't even need to be a thing. Like, this has to go here. Let's see, the port for the power, I think I'm going to put it over here. Because it's really close to that over there. The access port needs to go there. And then I need to put... let's see, what else does it... I need the controller. How did I not be able to make a controller? Where is it? Not the Tesla tap. Reactor Controller, there we go. So it needs this. And I need more reactor casing. Boom, the controller. I'm gonna put the controller over here. So that, yeah, that severely reduces the number, how much glass I need. Actually, let's change this up. Let's put this somewhere else. Let's put the power tap in the middle. And let's put this guy over here. Probably need to have a, probably need another one of those, actually. One for inserting and, oops. One for inserting of fuel and one for extracting of fuel. So grab one more, please. And then I'm going to need a wrench. I don't know if Reactors has a wrench. Let's see. At Reactor. It does. Extreme wrench. Which I need lime wool. Will the crescent hammer work for this? Nope. Alright, so lime. Let's grab. Then I need wool. I need 2 pieces. I need 1 more piece of lime. So boom, boom. There we go. There's the ridge I need. So now I can change it. Yeah. So this is input. This is output. So that way I can do it that way. Alright, so this doesn't work, so I'm going to put that away. So I just need a little bit more reactor glass. Can I make 10? Oh, we need iron. Oh my goodness. So much pain, so much misery. Speaking of, how much iron do I have? 3. I have 3 bits of iron. Ugh. And I'm needing the whole thing. So let us go another portal. Take my new drill. Now that has a 5x5 mode. And we could go down here and get some iron. Just go mine it myself. It needs to be 10, which is right here. And I'm going to grab a section and I'm just going to go. Look at that. Already getting iron. I need to turn this on. Silverfish! Oh no! Silverfish said, I'm gonna eat your feet. I'm gonna eat your feet. I wonder if there's a way to tell which, the difference between a silverfish infested block versus not a silverfish infested block. Once we get this reactor up and running, I'm thinking about, I'm honestly thinking about making a dimension that has just iron for the floor. For, like, the landscape being iron, so that way I could, like, if I ever need iron, I could just go pop into that world and just super mine an entire, like, floor area. I mean, honestly, because iron is the one thing you need the absolute most of in this game. Especially with all the different mods and whatnot. Iron is just like the key component there. Hey, emeralds. Silverfish, no, you're gonna kill me. There we go. That should be enough, I hope. Let's go home. And drop this stuff in the system. Drop that in there. So how much iron did we wind up getting? 40 blocks. Not bad. Another thing that I need to do now is I need to change this to output to the top. And I'm going to need a tank. I mean, sure, I could probably use that, but I'm going to make one of these. Of course, it's iron, all iron. To make a tank there. And then I'm going to need to make some cryothium. I'm not sure how much I'm going to need, so I'm just going to start off with 10. And the cool part about this is that we have that completely automated. We don't have to worry about anything like making of it, or it takes a little bit. Speaking of, can I speed that speed that process up anymore? Probably. It doesn't have it's not indurized, so I could potentially do that. Cryothium, what are you doing? You are... Machine doesn't accept item. Excuse me? Oh, you don't accept item. There we go. So while you're doing that, do kit. Make that kit. And then augment, make one of those. That should be quick and easy. Kit usually takes the longest because it's got to make the Enderium. Maybe. Usually by the time I turn around and try to look at it, it's like, oh, I'm done. Usually happens like that. I just wait for it. Come on, Kit. Come on, Kit. What are you working on? It does not accept items. Excuse me? Oh, that's because I changed... Yeah, I changed it. That's my bad. I changed it from a furnace to... changed it from alloys to a furnace. That'd be my bad. Yep. So Enderium base with sand makes Lumium, but Enderium base with Ender Pearls makes Enderium. Interesting. Very interesting. There we go. Our kit should be done now. Yep, it's done. There we go. It should be the maximum speed it can potentially be. And we are... When the machines are running, we lose power like crazy. So hopefully we don't lose too much. Make sure you're good. Give me another... upgrade. Get this one out of there. Can I upgrade this one? Nope, it's just a useless upgrade now. Put that one in there. There we go. Alright, so back up top. Grab our cryothium. And like I said, I grabbed 10 because I don't know how much it's going to be. So let's throw it in the magma crucible. So that's 250 millibuckets. That's half a bucket. So 2 more would make a complete bucket. That was what? 4? So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 2 buckets. Right? Yep. So I'm going to need... Let's go math this out. I'm going to need a bucket here. So that's 1, 2, 3... Alright, hold on. Oops. We're going to need... What is it? 1... 2. Oh, we're just going to need a lot of buckets. We're going to need a lot of buckets. Because I want to have each of these a block, too. Like, every single block is a block of cryotheum. Because I could have flowing cryotheum, but it's not as powerful, I don't think. But we'll start off with that, I guess. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 5 buckets. So if I've already got 2, which means I need 8 buckets, and it's 4 per bucket. Let's see, 8 buckets. No, I need 5 buckets. It's 4 per bucket, and I already have 2 buckets. So I need 3 more buckets. So 4, 8, 12. So I need 12 more. So technically I already have 2, so I need 10. Mathing with Dragonwhelp. Mathing with Dragonwhelp. So 10 more, please. Ugh. Not gonna lie, that almost broke my brain. I'm just like, up. And if we have any extra, then I'll just use it. Or if I have too little extra, then I'll just make enough to where it is extra and go forth from there. Alright, so drop that in there. I should wind up with 5 buckets. And 5 buckets it is. There we go. So now I want to get a reservoir. Hopefully this thing will hold this liquid. It will. Nice. Let's go down here. Oops. Put this in V mode. So we're going to put one there. One there. One there. Oh, it falls. Dang it, it falls. I am going to need more. I am going to need more. Oh, and I got cryotheum just spilling out into the ether. Reactor Glass, please give me 10 more. Hey, Cam! Welcome to the stream. How you do? Sorry I'm late. Was taking a much-needed nap. Nah, you good, fam? You good? Wait. There we go. Alright, so if it is... So, I needed 10, or sorry, 5. 5 buckets, and it's 4 per. So, 4 times 4 is 16, so this makes 20. And I need that how many more times? At least 2. So I need 40 cryotheum. I need to make 40 cryotheum. Which we have, because we have infinite snowballs. Woohoo! Alright, at reactor, we have our reactor glass. Yes. So let's keep the cryotheum from spilling out into the ether. There we go. This wall is complete. That wall is complete. This wall needs one. I need one more. Are you serious? Are you serious? Alright. So reactor. One more, please. Well, I need I need 5 because there's 5 holes. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I need at least 2 more blocks, I think, of it. Yeah, so I need 1 block there, 1 block there, so at least 2 more for each. So if it's times 2, so it's 10. And if it takes 4 per 1 bucket, then 4 times 10 is 40. You decided to splurge today? Uh-oh. What'd you do? If you don't mind me asking. Go home. How's my cryothium coming along? We've got 28 of it so far. Okay. And then reactor glass. I need... Perfect. I need to make another set of you, please. You never played Minecraft? Well, that's not... has nothing to do with Minecraft. That's simple math. That's just simple math, my friend. So if you have 5 holes and you need to have, 3 buckets each. So 3 times 5 is 15. And then it takes 4 per thing, so that would originally would have been 56, I think. Because you have 4, 8, so 4, 8, 12, 16, 20? It's 20 per? Oh. Yeah, 20 per. So, if I have 40 coming my way, I've got... So, it would have been 60? It would have been straight up 60 originally. So, you were close. You were close. Hey. I don't like neighbors grunting in my ear. Thank you. Especially zombie neighbors. Because you know what they say. Zombie ate my neighbors. Alright, so... yeah, put that in V mode. Uh-oh. Thank you for showing my flaw there. Boom. You need one, you need one, you need one, you need one, and you need one. Right? None of them dropped? Right. Okay. Whoops. So I gotta get this. Hey, there we go. We got a reactor. It's going to be so cool. Now I just need to put fuel in it. So let's grab my... I need a plug. I need to teach the system how to make a flux plug. So, flux plug. Yep. And then I'm going to put this in here. So if I ask for a plug, you should be able to make it, right? No, you don't know how to make flux blocks. So I need to teach the system how to make flux blocks. So now that the system knows how to make flux blocks, I should be able to ask for a plug. Yep. And it knows exactly what to do. And it's making happiness for me and you. Making flux plugs all day long. You know what I could do? Ooh. I'm gonna start my generators network today. Gonna start my generators network today. I'm gonna need a plug. I think I've got one in here. Yep, no, a point. Sorry, I got a point. So if I do here and then have you set to insert, yep. Put you here. Change you to generators. Yep, change it to generators. And then I'm going to cover this up. And then I put this plug on that tap and set this to generators. And then once we turn this bad boy on, it should be good. But I need to give it power, or give it fuel. So, uranium. Throw it in there. Activate reactor. And then all I got to do, really, is pull a line off of this. Let's put a torch there. There we go. Pull a line off of this. Cables. I'm going to need a lot more. Give me about 20 more cables, please. I'm going to need an exporter. I'm going to need an importer. Because once we start getting plutonium, I want to swap the script, and I'm going to be able to. I want to use this system for steam instead of and use the turbine system. But with me running low on iron, I don't know what to do with that. So we'll have to build up some more iron. That's okay. So we're going to come over here. It's almost equal. I want to export. Let me get me some uranium. I want to make sure this is on the export list. Boom. So let's come down this way. Oh no, I'm going to be jumping back into my... Yeah. Well, I mean, considering that's there, that can save me a lot of trouble. Keep me from having to run all those lines. I can just run it from here. Kinda works out. Then I'll have the importer here when the fuel gets done. So this is the inlet. It's populating with fuel, which is good. I like to see it. I like to see it. This one's making 4.3 thousand RF a tick. And it's not even doing anything. And this thing's getting full though. That's good. That's good. I may even put this, run this cable over here to put these on the generators network. and just disconnect it there for altogether, but we'll see. Casing core heat. Energy buffers non-existent. How heavily irradiated the core is. Higher levels of radiation build up reduce fuel burnup. Higher levels of radiation. Maybe I should put the cores together then. Have like put another core here and then just have the cooling all the way around. Or have 3 cores together here and then cooling all throughout the sides. That be the case, I need to upgrade this thing. I need some Invar, please. Invar, please. Pretty as you please. Deep in the heart of Texas. Stars and stripes are big and bright. Deep in the heart of Texas. Hey, Cryothea, my friend. Sorry, I missed your thing. I decided to pick up some Shenmue stuff and that plushies I was talking about. The $40 plushies. Uh-oh. How much does this hold? 250 buckets. I don't think I need that much. I don't think I need that much liquid cryothium. It's bad enough I already have one that's holding pink slime. Speaking of pink slime. Yoink. There we go. I probably could get a lot more because this thing's been full for a while. There we go. Alright, so put the pink slime away. So now I'm looking for plutonium. Or is it plutonium? I don't know what the byproduct is of this machine. Maybe I should... Uh-oh. Not healthy. That goes away, that goes away, that goes away. I need the exporter. I need to grab some of you. Export. That should fill back up. Let's see, is it Control O? There we go. Ejecting waste contained in the reactor, placing ingots in the reactor access port. So there's no waste yet. But 4,200 RF a tick? That ain't nothing to sneeze at. Considering that the power generation that we've had already, like these things over here, they make 360 RF a tick. So that one system right there making 4,000, it's like, ah. Alright. So now that we've done that, we haven't really we've solved our issues with power, but we really haven't solved our issues with power. The real test now is I'm going to go over to our mob room. And I'm going to set 2 values to nothing. So I'm going to let this go that, and let this go that. That way those things run continuously. And now I want to check to see our power. Is it draining? Yes, it is draining. Are these running though? Yes, they are running. So I still can't run them at full maximum capacity. And you're probably wondering, what in the world are you talking about, Dragonwhelp? I put 2 spawners in there. I put a wither skeleton spawner in there. Actually, let me turn this on. Turn the lights on and show you. I put a blaze spawner in here so that way we can get blaze rods. And then I put a wither skeleton spawner in here so that way we can get wither parts, like skeleton skulls and things of that nature. So that way we can kill the wither here and maybe tomorrow, actually. But yeah, I made it that way. So I could turn this off, and as you see, they're glowing over there. So they're spawning the little cretins that they need to spawn. But I'm not able to run them at their max capacity, so I need to turn this rate down to say let's do 500 each. Because I wasn't able to do 1,000 last time, but maybe 500 each will work. Am I losing power now? No, I'm gaining power at a maximum rate. So if 500 is still gaining at a very substantial rate, so let's do 750 each. 750 each and see if that works. Yeah, we're still gaining power like mad. So I can't do I can't let them run by themselves. Maybe I can do 1,000 each. So do 1,000 each, and then check the system. Whoops! I did not mean to teleport myself in here. Yeah, we're still gaining power. Nice. And that's just going to go up exponentially. That's just going to go up exponentially whenever we get the turbine system in here. Speaking of turbine system, I may even try to be able to do this. But we're waiting for this. The plutonium ingot. Or cyanide ingot. Yeah, cyanide. Which I need to turn into plutonium. Oh, I guess it's a thing for cyanide. Oh, okay. So rotor shafts. We can turn it into plutonium if we need to. But cyanide ingot makes the rotor shafts and the rotor blades. What do I need? Oh, it's really dark over here. There we go. So what do we need right now? So let's do at reactor. So we're going to need the turbine housing, which needs the turbine housing core, which is just graphene, gold, and all that good stuff. So now I'm going to need 158 of them. I think that's what it is. No, 58 times 2. 8 and 8, 16. Carry the 1. 10 is, so 100 and... Oh, 100 is 116? To make the one I want, I think. Because I think you can make it 9 by 15... Or is it? It's 9 by 15 by 15. I think it is. And you can have it whichever configuration. I might have to do some research on that. But I want to make the biggest turbine. We'll make 2 really big turbines, because this reactor here, the 5x5 reactor, should be able to maintain 2 max size reactors. Actually, let me look that up right now. Hold on. Biggest turbine reactor. Let's see. Optimal Optimization. Turbines convert steam into water at an even ratio and produces an amount certain RF per tick demanding rotor speed yada yada to 2200 RF. Generates energy is always positive or zero. The width of the turbine frame is not a factor of energy output. The number of rotor shafts isn't a very large factor of energy output. Dimensions are used at the player's discretion. Oh. So the dimension, it says here the dimensions are at my discretion, so oh my. It says if rotor speed is unlimited and 200 millibuckets per tick of steam is available, it is the most efficient to use 80 rotor blades. If the rotor speed is limited to 2,000 RPM, perhaps more rotor shafts and fewer blades would be preferable in order to keep the rotor speed below 1,700, but below 2,000 while optimum energy output. All blocks of the coil do not need to be made of the same material, but are averaging together to determine the turbine score in each of the 3 coil traits. This makes it possible to make composite coils that use cheap filler material and balance and with high-end metals to maximize limited resources. It also means, however, that adding a ring of low-performing metal to a turbine with several rings of higher performing metals actually reduce the output. Yeah, I kind of figured that much. So 80 blades. 80 rotor blades is what we're looking at. So I could make like a really squatty one, but really long with 80 blades. So 80 rotor blades is where we're aiming. Okay. 80 rotor blades. So I'm going to sit there and I'm going to put you on the import list. So that way we'll import that when it gets time. So let's teach the system how to make this stuff. Reactor. So I'm going to need rotor blades. That's how we make those. And then I'm going to need rotor shafts. So, I mean, if I made... Like, I think you can have as many blades on one end as you want, but it has to be equal. So, if I put, let's see... So, 80 blades, and I had two on each side or 4 on each side. So, I'd need 10 blade rows, right? But even if I did 40, I would need 20. So if I did 4 on each, all right. So let's go math this out. I know what it looks like. I know what it needs to happen. So let's just go math this out. Alright, so cobblestone is going to be, say, the housing for it. Then we've got the shaft coming in, right? So in order for this to happen, let's change this to, say, dirt for the rotor blades. You can have rotor blades like, well, with the size of the frame that I put, I could do rotor blades like this. So that would be 4 on each, and then I could do, this. So that would be 8. And then I'd need 10 more of those. So it'd be every 2. So I need 20 more rows. But if I did not mean to do that. But if I make the system bigger, say I put it as wide as the box that I built itself. So say this entire box was already the housing, then what I could do is I can have 2 blades each on the rotor, like that. So that would mean, so you got 2, 4, 6, 8. So 8 rotors on each side. Then that means I only need 10 per 10 rods. So that would be it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Of course, I'd push it further back so that way it's not butting up against this. But yeah, I might make the big one, like the super big one. And then all I need from there would be just to add a little bit of length for coils. It's recommended to have 9x9 or 3x3 of coils. Or not technically 3x3, but 3 rings of coils, or even 4 rings of coils. And I'm going to use Enderium on that, so. So if I change this to 5x5 mode, this should get everything, right? Yep. Of course, it's getting more than I planned for. Goodness gracious. Alright. So if I wanted to make it that long, so I'm going to need 3 rings, 3 to 4 rings of things, and then I'll need the 80 blades. So maybe, oh goodness. So I need at least 10 shafts for the blades, and then I need at least 4 for the ring, and then I want one in the one split. So was it 10, 4, and 1? So it's 15. I need 15 shafts. Alright, let's light this up so that way monsters don't want to spawn in our face. Oop. There we go. Oh, hello. We made it to the edge. Maybe that's a sign that I went far enough. So I'm not going to go any further than this. Oops. All right, make sure my auto jump got turned off. Waste in the core will be ejected as soon as possible. Yes, please. So now we've got more power than we know what to do with now, so we're going to need bigger batteries. We're going to need a bigger battery. Can we make... Hey, I wonder, can we start Draconic Evolution? Do we have enough stuff for that? I need to switch this to Draconic Evolution. Do you want to open the link? Copy your clipboard. Cancel. Draconic Evolution. I want... What? I need energy storage cores. So it needs energy pylons. Which is just lots of diamonds, lots of gold, and lots of draconium. We might be able to. We might be able to. Yeah, It looks very doable. It looks very doable. No, I don't want to copy it. Dude, stop it. So, let's see. How much draconium do we have? That is the question. We can start with a tier 5 core. Or tier 5 orb. Actually, let's see how many. So we've got 404 draconium. So let's go ahead and set this to auto burn. Grab one of these so I can put it in a. I need to put this in a compacting drawer. I'll need my key. And boop. There we go. Put that away. Get my key. Put it away. We got draconium. It's cooking up. And we've got a lot of it too. So at least 365 bars. Which means I will need a upgrade for it. Yep. So I already got 2 blocks. So if we can get 210 draconium blocks, we can make a tier 7. Which a lot of people start with a tier 7. I know I used to start with a tier 7. I know in my, my Stone Block series, by the time I got to where I wanted to be with power generation, I wound up, like, skyrocketing through the power generation tree. And I was like, oh, what do I do? And by that time, I already had, like, a Void Ore Miner and all that good stuff, so I had enough draconium blocks to do just basically whatever I wanted. We may start small and work our way up because it can do that as you get more resources. So if we have at least a tier 5 energy core, or if we have at least 90 blocks of draconium after this, I don't think we're going to have 90 blocks, but we're going to have really close to it. Let's get this thing to help. I get you to help too, because I'm not crafting anything. And can I make an Octadic? I think I already set one to craft. Can I get one of these, please? Yeah. I want to see if the Octadic Capacitor, because the Octadic's supposed to be the greatest. So I'm going to see if the Octadic Capacitor can make this machine over here faster. If it does, then I will make another one, and I will put it in the place of the furnace over there. I wish I still had the little thing up at the top, so I could see what's going on. Oh, Ender Eye machine doesn't accept. It's because I'm using it for other things. Empty this out. There we go. Is it good? Oh, wrong thing. Yep, it's good. So if I replace this out, it's faster. It's way faster. Oh yeah. It's way faster. I'll put this away. Alright, let's grab this stuff. Go ahead and toss it in there. I don't know. That's actually pretty fast. I mean, I guess it's one of those things. It's like, I want it now. Cook it now. Instantly cook. Hey, does the ultimate is the ultimate furnace in this pack? No, the ultimate furnace is not in this pack. Put a heating coil in the ultimate furnace. Just cook. It's like super quick. But I forgot that is. I think that's either a random things or a EMC EMC2 type thing. Okay. Whoa, hello. Spider and Creeper. Spider and Creeper. The many adventures of Spider and Creeper. Man, they got on so many adventures. You know what? Why am I doing this? I am torturing myself. Let's just put that, yeah, here, here. Also want to teach it how to make the turbine casing, which needs to learn how to make the turbine housing, which needs to learn how to make a redstone comparator. And do I need to teach you how to make a redstone? Nope. I'm good. So if I were to ask for some of the turbine housings, can I get a stack? No, we're missing iron. Dang it. We're missing iron. Always missing iron. Of course, there's going to be that one point, though. Just watch. There's going to be that one point where we're going to be like, oh, we're hurting for iron. We're hurting for iron. Oh, my God, we've got so much. I don't know what to do with it. Yeah, it's going to get that way for a lot of ore. We're going to have so much of it, we're not going to know what to do with it. I could put the iron lens, or I could put the iron lens in there, which is just a white laser lens. I've got that. I've got a white laser lens, and I could put it in there. That may be a thing that we can do. How much of the crystals have we been getting? I've got 33 already. That's nice. Ooh, I got 2 Lonsdale. Do. Modifiers. I need 2 more of these, please. Gonna speed things up. Gonna speed things up. Gonna speed things up. Yahoo! Spider, get out of here. Alright, let's make sure. Make that's in single block. Make sure this goes in there. And this goes in there. How fast are you going now? Duration 320 ticks. What if I push this back? Your duration now is 109 ticks. Excuse me? 320. Oh. So it's only so fast you can go. So with 3 speed upgrades, it does 109. 4 speed upgrades, Okay, no, okay, I have to just keep clicking on it. 80. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good stuff right there. That's good stuff right there. So every tick, every 80 ticks, we're getting a piece of ore. Nice. Nice. Every 80 ticks, we get a piece of ore. Thing is, most of the other plushies were like $280. Where are you shopping that you're getting like $40, $50, $60 plushies? And then there's some that's like $280? What? Dude, those are expensive plushies. Like, I don't want to ever shop at that store. That's just insanity. That is just crazy. Anyway, back to what I was doing. Reactor. So, if I were to ask for a 64, all we're missing really is the stick, is the iron. Really? Okay. So let's go do some boring stuff. Like I said, I probably could make an RF Tools Dimension with iron in it, but it might be prevalent for me to do. But it is what it is. That's fine. I'll just take my new drill out. Alright, so we've got lava at the end of that line. Let's go 2 over. Yep. Some gold. All the ones costing hundreds were from Amazon. The one I bought was from AliExpress. I don't care. I don't want to be anywhere near plushies that cost that much. I mean, like, if a plushie costs like $10, sure, I'll buy it. Especially if I like it. I mean, like these plushies that I've got. Like my Splatoon plushies. I paid like $3 each for them. I mean, they weren't expensive at all. I mean, I think the most expensive plushie I have was the big Pikachu that I have. That I bought from Walmart, and that one was like $7. But still, I wouldn't, like, the one you got for $40? Jeez Louise, man. I wouldn't be spending that money. Let's just put it that way. I wouldn't be spending that much money on plushies. But everybody to each their own. Everybody has their own little thing. Alright, Monty, thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you had fun while you were here. Hope to see you again soon. Take care, my friend, and have a good day at work. No. Why'd you go there? Thank you. Oh, jeez. Put that there. Looks like we're about to run into lava again. Hey, we found diamonds, though. Into the lava again. So I made a big mistake. Where are you coming from, man? Go away. Hey, look, it's diamonds. Thank you. Ooh. Finding all this kind of ore that I haven't seen before. And yes, I'm purposefully leaving redstone in the wall, because Really don't need redstone. Alright, so... Hey, look at that. Emerald. Take it, thank you. So we're gonna go over... Oops. Go over 2. Right there. Go down this way until we inevitably reach lava. Because, you know, I know it's gonna happen. You know, I know, we know it's gonna happen. Whoops, I did a boo-boo. I did another one. That's okay, I can actually fix that part. Hi, baby. Whoops. Hi, baby. Baby. What you doing? Huh? What you doing? Hi, baby. Say hello to the people at home. Say hello to the people at home. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, she's purring too. All right, baby, go ahead. I know you want to go. She's one of the only cats I've ever had or ever, you know, lived with that did not, absolutely did not like to be picked up. All the other cats that I had, they meow, meow, pick me up, meow, meow, pick me up, meow, meow. It's like, dude, like, hold on, chill. But yeah, she just does not like to be picked up for whatever reason. But she'll lay next to me all day long. Like when I let her go just a second ago, or when she left, she immediately went underneath, came back out, turned around, and crawled back right up next to me. She's literally right here. She's just right here. Dude, emeralds. This way? Yeah. There we go. And there's the lava. More lava. Ooh, hey, yeah, I'll take this. I'll take as much of that as you give me. Because we're running a reactor off of it now. The heck was that? Running a reactor off of it now, and I want to make sure I have an ample energy. I wouldn't usually, but since it was limited edition and an import, the cost gotten up there. Well, I'm sure that there could have been a workaround for that, my friend. I mean, just because somebody says it's you know, an import doesn't really mean anything. Oh, you're up there. I see you. Uh-oh. Oh, speaking of, I don't know why this reminded me of the hot sauce that I bought yesterday. But I bought me some Frank's Red Hot. That's some good hot sauce. If you've never had good hot sauce before, Frank's Red Hot is some really good hot sauce. It was really good. It's considered a cayenne pepper hot sauce, which I think the only other thing that I've ever tasted before was like a vinegar-based hot sauce or something like that. But this one's cayenne sauce, which never had cayenne sauce before. So I was digging it. I put it on some grilled chicken wings or grilled chicken bites. Oh, so good. Alright, one more torch, and then I head home. Yeah, that's my last torch. Alright. Let's head home. And I can put all this in here. I love the fact that I can do that. I just take my satchel from mining and just go, and it just goes all into the system. You never had hot sauce in general, dude? Well, hot sauce is not for everybody. I will have to say that. Like, I was trying to get some buffalo, jeez, I can't think of it. Grilled chicken wings or chicken bites from my local deli over here, because that's one of their specialties is grilled chicken bites, and they said that they were out. I was like, the grilled chicken bites are the grilled bite, or not the grilled bites, but their chicken bites in general, the breaded chicken bites are really good. So now that I'm on this diet, I really can't eat them. I can't eat the breaded ones because it's a lot of unsaturated fats or saturated fats and all that good stuff because of the oil that they cook them in. But they started doing grilled versions. And I was like, oh man. So I got to try that. And then they started offering buffalo. And they're like, oh, okay. So I was just like, hey, do you have, the buffalo bites? And they're like, no, well, we don't have them. We're out. I was like, oh, okay. So do you have the regular ones? And they're like, yeah, we've got regular ones. I was like, okay, so I want to try the grilled bites. And I was like, well, do you sell hot sauce? Or do you sell buffalo sauce? And they're like, well, I'm not sure if we sell the buffalo sauce or not. I was like, okay. So it was it was a combination convenience store deli type thing. So I went in there, got to the grocery store, and they had a bottle of Frank's Red Hot, and it's about the closest thing to buffalo sauce that I've ever tasted. It's good. It's really good. Anyway, I'll stop talking about food because I'm making myself hungry, and that's not good. Alrighty. Do I have enough iron now? I hope so. God. This thing over here is probably working double time now. Silver, nickel, iron. Aw, dude, come on. Do it by the stack full. There you go. Do it by the stack full. Yeah, now that we've got yellow right down, I don't think we have any more yellow, right? No, we don't. So I could potentially take the stack upgrades out of these if I needed to. Maybe not those two. But it's all good. You're reminding me I gotta eat soon. Yeah, I gotta go take my medication here in a little bit also, so. There we go. Work that iron. Work that iron. I need all that iron. Let's go back over here. And let's grab 56. So let's do reactor. Let's grab 64. Can we make 64 now? Yeah, we can make 64 now. Go ahead and start making 64. Go ahead and start planning out the blocks. Go ahead and start planning out the turbine reactor. I can make 5 shafts, which I'm going to do. Go ahead and make 5 shafts. I also need the shaft controller, I think. It's the Tesla tap. I need the flux tap. I'll have to teach it all of that. Need the turbine controller, Tesla tap. I think it just has to be a regular block. Maybe. Not the Tesla tap. Not the reactor control rod. Not the... No, not that. Is it this one? Yeah, that's the one I need. That's the one I need. The rotor bearing. I'll make sure I put that in there. Alright, so we got 64 or 60 blocks. And if I want to make this the middle, which is what I need to do, I need to make that the middle. I need to put the rotor bearing there. So that means this hole and, like, do I have enough cyanide to make the rotor blades? No, I don't. Not yet. Okay. So the rotor blades, I'm going to do the whole 10 thing. So at least, so these two. So this needs to be. That needs to be like that. Whoops. And because this is going to be back here, well, no, if I open it up to the if I open it up to the thing, I'll be able to see this when I'm flying around. So I might want to put reactor glass back here. I just gotta be careful though, because monsters could potentially enter my base doing this. Yeah, monsters could potentially enter my base doing that. Is there such thing as turbine glass? Is there turbine glass? There is turbine glass. Let's make some turbine glass. That should do it. Go ahead and fill this in. There we go. That would have to be like that. And what did I do with the other? Turbine housing. Can I go ahead and get another 64? Yep, I sure can. So it'd be like that, like that. I don't know why I'm breaking that. Don't need to break it. There we go. So building it is this is awesome. I'm gonna this is like a work in progress project. I'm not gonna be able to complete it all in one day, but I can pretty much do a lot of it. See, now I can I have this blocked off, but I can still see outside. So it's kind of nice. Kind of nice. So these are 3. That's 3. Is there any more cyanide in the system? Nope. But my reactor casings are coming up. Or my turbine casings are coming up. But I do need to math this out. So this is 3. This will be 4, 5. Yeah. So my coils need to go here. Potentially here as well. And then skip 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That puts this really this puts this really close. I may want to change may want to change it to elongate it. So that way if I do need more space, and I may want to start from this side going that way. That's a thing. That's a thing. I may need to start from over there and work this way. But until we start placing things in the proper locations, I don't think it matters where everything goes right now. So, and popping out that in there is going to be a lot easier than, yeah. So let's get my reactor casings. 64 of them. And again, it's going to be... Oops. This is going to be like right there. And then everything else should be just fall into place. Change the torch placement of that. Start building that. I may not have enough resources to do it all right now. I'm gonna be pretty close though. Alright, so that was a block. Okay. But I'm gonna be really, really close. I may have to go do some more off-camera mining. That's fine, though, because I find that very therapeutic. Very therapeutic. Alright, so let's get in here and just start building this way. Yep. Yep. Boom. Yeah, it requires exactly one more rotor bearing. Which I can take care of that. That's no problem. Whoops. There we go. I do want to light this place up though, so is that correct? No, that's not correct. Did I make this too wide? No, it just didn't look right. I don't understand why it didn't look right. Yeah, it lines up. It just didn't look right to me for whatever reason. Put that there. I'll do this on this side too. Oops. Oh, I see why it doesn't look right. Because it's not. This needs to come down one. Like that. Yep. So there, hold on, that won't work either. Yep, it was right the original way. I messed up on that end. Because it's gotta have two blocks on either side. So yeah, this needs to move. Actually, that one could have stayed. And I need to go up one more. Boom, there we go. And what I'll do is I'll take glass from over here. So I need 2 more pieces. There we go, that's better. That's better. And then there's 2 on the bottom. Yeah, 2 on the bottom. Yeah, I need to clean this out. Actually, probably do it by 3x3 mode. Yeah, it's a lot faster. There we go. This copper out of the wall. Always could use copper. Hey, it's working out, man. It's working out. So, can I bother to get you to give me 64 more? Nope, missing 4 iron. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, so give me half a stack then. That way I can line all these up. Ooh, just enough. That was just enough. That should be done by now, right? Yep, 32. Boom. Done. Now I just need to make butt tons of reactor glass. I think it's going to look cool hanging out the side, though. Because especially if I start opening this up to multiplayer, anybody who sees this coming outside, you know, poking outside, they're going to know where my base is at. I mean, it's not going to be any secret at all. But, you know, it'd be kind of cool to be like, oh, look at that sticking out of the mountain. Oh, that looks cute. Alright, so we've got that. So now I can make some more turbine reactor glass. Just give me all you got. There we go. 17. I do want to patch this hole so monsters don't tend to come in. There we go. It patched exactly. So I'm just going to need a lot more iron. That is all there is to it. So that does give me a job to do between working areas. I'm just going to have to go mining for ever. Get some more iron. But this is all cleaned out. It's all nice and neat. The housing is done, so it's not like I have to do any more work. I have to wait till Mr. Doodah here does the thing. Oh, speaking of, how much draconium do we have? We have 42 blocks. Do we have any more ingots? Nope. We got 42 blocks. So what can we make with 42 blocks? We can make a tier 3. We can make a tier 3 core. It only needs 26 blocks. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to need an energy core. Draconic energy core, which is going to take that, which is going to take that. So hopefully I have enough. Oh, I need a nether star? Are you kidding me? Man. Oh, well, I'm going to have to wait till we kill the wither, which we will do tomorrow. We'll kill the wither tomorrow. Hopefully we have enough wither skeleton skulls. We've got 5. Well, we can kill it at least once. I may see if I can't find a better mob killing way. Mob something. See if I can find a way to kill mobs with better, like, Vorpal or something. Mob Slaughter Factory, Mob Crush is what we're using now. Mob drops player kill only items. Might want to use that. We can make the mob grinder from Draconic. I don't know. I'll have to do some research. But anyway, thank everybody so much for watching. I do hope you have had a good time. I had a blast playing this today. And again, we're going to be playing this tomorrow. So if you have any ideas that you know, between now and then that you would like me to potentially do in the future, please let me know. If you know anything about this mod pack, then definitely like, oh, hey, you're making, you know, you're doing the turbine, well, try doing this one next. Or, hey, you're trying to figure out how to do this with the mobs, try doing this one next. So, yeah. Other than that, though, if you are new here and you like what you saw and you'd like to see more in the future, please consider hitting that follow button somewhere on your screen. If you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, please make sure you hit that subscribe button so that way you'll be, you're helping the channel out a lot. And if you would like to get notified for future videos and things, then by all means hit that bell icon. And yeah, I really appreciate it. Thank you in advance. Other than that, though, if you want other ways of getting notified for the stream and things of that nature, please check down below the video here where there is my social media. You got Twitter and Facebook. There's also links down below for Discord if you'd like to join our Discord community, and links down there for the website and the calendar if you want to check all of that fun stuff out. Other than that, though, I'm out of here. So thank everybody again so much for watching. Until next time. See